Classic Game Room is brought to you by Magnum Skywolf. CGR is supported by fans on Patreon. Thank you. Welcome to Classic Game Room for the review of the Legendary Starfy 3 on the Game Boy Advance. That's right. Don't confuse him with Kirby. He's a starfish. I don't know what Kirby is, but he's not a starfish. Released in 2004, this is the third game in the delightful Starfy series, Densetsu No Stafy 3, the Legendary Starfy 3 for Game Boy Advance. The final Game Boy Advance game in this series. This is a Japanese exclusive that will play on Western GBAs. And like many of you, I absolutely love the Starfy series. It's so much fun, it's so likable. Why has Nintendo buried it? It's like the House of Mario conspired against Starfy because he's a bit too similar to Kirby. Save for a couple Western releases and some Smash Brothers appearances, Starfy is, for the most part, relatively unknown. And that's a shame because the games are just delightful. They're not that challenging, they're not that hard, they're just nice games. They're pleasing, which is certainly not a word anyone is going to use to market their video game these days. It's hard to say what this entry in the series does that the first couple games didn't do. It's just a different adventure. Starfy's girlfriend returns, who I always call Starfette, and she does slightly different things than Starfy. You'll play her occasionally. As you discover items, return them to your other sea creature friends, battle end bosses, open doors, and swim your way through a nice adventure. And that's what it is, a nice adventure. If you're looking for a punishing, challenging platformer, there's other games for you. Go play Mega Man. But if you're looking for something that's somewhat similar to a Kirby game, check out the Starfy series. They don't cost all that much. There's a couple of them for the GBA and also the Nintendo DS. I think this might be the last of the Starfy games that I have not yet reviewed. My guess is, at this point, the series is done and over with. I can only imagine this scenario where the top brass at Nintendo hauled Starfy into an office and screamed at him because he didn't get the same kind of sales that a Pokemon game would get. But seriously, Starfy games, all of them, are great games for kids and those of you who like delightful platformers. Starfy 3 here brings some new levels and new challenges, new end bosses, none of which are all that much different than the previous games in the series. They all kind of blend together after a while, actually. And this review has taken me months to make because, while recording it at some point, the Retron 5, which I'm using for the direct feed, decided to wipe out my save game files. So, thanks, Retron. Thanks for that. Oh well, I guess I have to play through it again, and that's alright, because it is a fun game. I have to admit that as much as I like blowing things up, stepping on things with robots, and burning people with monsters and cutting them in half, I also enjoy Starfy. Look, he's rung the bells of friendship. Yay! So what do you do in this game? Well, you swim around and spin to destroy enemies. You can also dash and then spin, and you'll use that move to defeat most of the end bosses. You can also run and float because Starfy is like a giant starfish. And obviously starfishes do those things, maybe. Watch out for the possessed utensils, they pose a great threat to Starfy. After all, he would make a real treat in a sushi bar. You'll find some fun level diversity here in Starfy. In a world filled with depressing monochromatic games, it's nice to see color on screen. You collect those little orbs and you can unlock some mini-games, but the main thing here is the fun adventure. And if that's what you're looking for, a fun, pleasing adventure, you gotta play Starfy. Or Densetsu No Stafy 3. Don't forget the first two, they're also really good. In fact, they're all good. And this one was sent to the show by Felicity from Worcestershire, England. So thank you once again, Felicity. I've really enjoyed the Starfy series and can't recommend it highly enough for those of you looking for a fun game for your kids, or for yourself if you're just kicking it with the Game Boy Advance. There's some light puzzle solving, and occasionally the end bosses do put up a bit of a fight. There's not much more I can say other than if you like a good platformer and you like a colorful, likable game, check out Starfy. It may not have burning people with monsters and cutting them in half-itude, but it does have adorable starfish floating and hopping on chairs-itude. It's got that. If you're going to buy the game anyway, buy it through ClassicGameRoom.com. Classic Game Room is supported by fans on Patreon. Thank you. Now prepare for the Lord Carnage Club, where I celebrate these backers on Patreon by shouting their name in a volcano! Derek Langley. Beer is the trick. Stephen Chucknick. From New Jersey. Michael Fernandez. People not named Michael Fernandez aren't Michael Fernandez. Al Stiver. Woo! EDM! Jason from British Columbia. Philipp Straubenmueller from Vienna, Austria. Cue the thunder. Jeff CapDauntles Breyer. Cue the lava. I don't know what lava sounds like. It sounds like this. Jack Stavris from Australia. Ohad Kane, Master of Thunder. Chip Senkbeil, Fighter of Space Bees. Woo! Rick DeBarros gets the extra disco. Michael and Ariana Nelson, Fighters of the Future. That's enough disco, because now it's time to shout, Busy Signal! That's right, and keep the volume loud, and the party rocking for... Sean Zoltek. Really? No. Sean Zoltek! Sergio Matthias Hergert! Tubular. Will.